I can make a general in 5 minutes, but a good horse is hard to replace. Abraham Lincoln. No hour of life is lost that is spent in the saddle. Winston Churchill. When I bestride him, I soar. I am a hawk. He trots the earth sings when he touches it. The basest horn of his hoof is more musical than pipe of Hermes. Shakespeare. For me, when I ride a horse, there's no better feeling because when I'm out there, it's just me, it's the horse. You know, they say that animals can feel your emotions, but when you've been riding horses for a really long time, it's almost like you can feel theirs.
I'm Stephanie Peterson. I am one of the owners of Porter Mountain Stables. My husband and I bought it about 9.5 years ago and moved it over here to our family ranch and have been operating it here ever since. We love to see people experience horseback riding. It's not something everybody gets to do in their everyday life. We're fortunate that we always have been able to do it. So for us, we just love to see them get on the horses and the excitement and the joy that it brings, and to see the little kids fall in love with it like our kids did. We run 7 days a week because the season is so short here that we want everyone to enjoy it. We are open year-round. Our normal ride starts out with our 1 hour ride, and then everything extends off of there. So our 1 hour ride is going to drop down behind our barn. You're going to go along the creek. You'll cross it several times. You're going to go up in the trees and then over to the lake, which is Scotts Reservoir, which is gorgeous right now. Our staff is so family friendly. They make sure your kids have a good ride. They make sure they're safe. They make sure that they're not scared, that they talk them through and they give them some experiences to take home and learn about things. We send so many kids out every summer that they started their rides out on Tula or Buzz, and that just makes our heart swell.
Keith Thomas. I'm head wrangler here at Porter Mountain Stables. Been doing this about 4 years, but I've been riding my whole life. I organize rides. We get the horses ready, saddled up and fed and watered and taken care of. Yeah, I like working with the horses, meeting new people, being outside in the mountains, in the forest, and just really enjoy the people I work with.
My name is Haley Peterson. I come from a long line of cowboys and homesteaders and team ropers. When I first started riding horses, I was pretty young and they would just throw me on in the front of them. And I remember being about 4 years old, honestly, and thinking, you know what, I can do this by myself. I remember it drove my mom nuts, but I would go out there and I would be in the arena and I had this horse named Buck that I would ride since I was tiny. And I would sing to him and he'd come up to the fence, and without a halter or anything on him, I would jump on top of him, and my mom would see me out the window in the arena and she'd freak out and say, oh my God, she's on this horse. And my great uncle would be like, just leave her be, just let her do it. And there's no better feeling than being able to be a part of that animal and be one with that animal. And they give you an opportunity that is unlike anything else, and it's not something that you can really understand until you've been a part of it and experienced it for yourself.
take it down. Through his head, through his line, through the pen. There we go. All the way down.
My name is Rachel. I'm the manager here at Places Stable. I have a few volunteers, and then I also have a couple part-time people and one full-time person that is my mother. Kids camp lasts Monday through Thursday. I do it the first 3 full weeks of June. This year I have 5 kids in each camp. In previous years I've had a few more. They get to learn to groom their horses, saddle their horses, handle their horses, ride their horses. They bathe. We do a couple projects. I love helping the kids. I love teaching them from start to finish. Like I said, most of them are return kids. So we get to progress each year. So our trail rides leave here. We have about a 7-minute ride down the easement, which the easement is beautiful. There's a little pond and stuff on the right side of the easement. And then we cross over Sky High Road, and then we go down and we have our own entrance onto the Springs Trail. And then we cross some bridges, go down by Billy Creek. You know, it's a nice ride. It's right at 2 hours, so it's a beautiful, beautiful ride. I grew up in Phoenix. My grandparents bought me my first horse when I was 4 years old. Gave her to me for Christmas. Her name was Sheba. So I have always been into horses, and you know, I worked the construction field for a while, underground directional drill. And then I decided I would rather do what I like to do, so I went back to the horse world. 16, 17, I started mucking pens, and I started when I moved up to the White Mountains. 2006, I started at Wiltbeck Trail Rides, and you know, they're no longer in business, and then I ended up coming over here in 2011, and I'm probably not gonna go anywhere.
My name is Thomas Ball. I go by the name of Hopper. What I love about being here at horse camp is riding the horses, and I also like grooming them and just taking care of them. So I came here last year, and I told my mom and dad and grandma that I wanted to come here again because I really loved it last year.
I'm Dally, and I am a full-time boarder here. I've been here for about 2 years now. I got into horses when I was very, very little, didn't have horses for a long time, so when I got older, had my own career, I was able to afford my own horse and started to get back into him, and I've just been having ball with it ever since. And I volunteer for the kids' horse camp, and sometimes I volunteer for the office work. I just love to be around kids, and I love to be around horses, and so for me, this is just perfect. I'm retired, it gives me a fun thing to do that I really, truly enjoy, and I love the people. I love working with Rachel, and all the people here at the barn are super nice and friendly. We're gonna do some crawdad fishing down at the creek, and so I'm fixing up a little fishing pole for the kids and some little nets so they can grab their crawdad. It will be catch and release, of course, just something fun for them to do. They seem to have a lot of fun with that.
My name's Riley Soul. Rachel's my wife, and I help her run saddle horses, unsaddle horses, load trail rides, unload trail rides, whatever she needs done, I help her do it. This is like a dream come true. Can't be happier.